Hey man, you know what record I just got? The fucking Cambridge record, dude. The Treffpunkt thing. I'm so fucking stoked. It's fucking killer, man. I saw it and I just had to grip it because it was like $20 or 20 fucking euros or whatever.
The idea was to painstakingly cobble something together in the last 5 minutes. But it wasn't till the solar radiation storm-induced insomnia, the like of which made joins of histon appear as a contentedly unconscious baby, that any real movement towards the meeting place took place in this place in place of fuck all. That's the way we roll in Cambridge. We don't.
Here we made our house. Don't know, nobody's home. Average fish in a choking pool. Is the old world innocence of a fool? It's where you're from, it's not where you're at. This uptight shithole, and that's that.
I'm the best, you're the worst.
Your mum's the Stella, I'm the Thirst.
When I spit rhymes, it makes your body buckle.
When you spit rhymes, it just makes me chuckle.
4 really amazing acts from bizarrely all kind of showed up in Cambridge, and that's Petum, the Doozer, the Man From Uranus.
Area, isn't it? Has he broken any laws in Britain?
But because of how an organisation works. So that means that quality...
Asphyxiated by its own historical encumberment, Cambridge was paradoxically preserved through drying until it was as light and superficial as paper, as dangerously flexible as language, and as obsolescent as a library. For Cambridge had a secret, one that many thought they knew, but few fully understood. A secret betrayed by the contourless flatness of the face of its cousin Norwich, and by the unmistakably violent capacity in the eyes of its half-brother Peterborough. For 800 years, the secret had remained ostensibly cloistered from public view, although its truth seemed to be implicit in the too smug composure of college life and in the abyssal emptiness of the burger's chatter. The secret was unmentionable in the bareness of its simplicity. Cambridge was a market town. Of course, the reins of power in Cambridge were ostensibly held by the colleges, but the UK nation as a whole was clearly ruled by the dominant tribal faction, economists. The economists had gradually increased their stranglehold on the angry, bitter little country via a process known as financialization, whereby financial services, broadly construed, take over the dominant economic, cultural and political role in the national economy. Now, on this record, we are only concerned with this basket, and indeed these eggs, but it can be alluded to that certain outside factors had a bearing on this specific egg-stroke basket situation, and wedded as she was to the relative fortunes of the wider culture and its circumstances, the bare bride, stripped of her eggs, was no kind of nest host, and was put to the test most by the lost lots, and got burnt to civic toast, and went from higher educated to lowly holy ghost. Without the foundations upon which the ideological superstructure rested, Cambridge immediately reverted to the raw muck of its DNA, i.e. any town, Britain, and in crisis.
become endemic. Demands on the water supply have begun to outstrip its maximum capacity. Power cuts have become chronic as industrial and domestic requirements have escalated. Factories have been compelled to bore their own wells and to set up standby electricity plants. Public transport has been inundated. The conditions have degenerated over extensive areas within and beyond the city's limits, and city government has threatened to break down amidst charges of corruption, mismanagement, and financial incompetence.
The Peterhouse Ghost. Once upon a time, there was an American spaceman, and the spaceman had a spaceship which crashed in Cambridge, England, where he was visiting his girlfriend. The girlfriend's father was a total don, but really, and conservative, and angry. He did not like the spaceman, of course, or his coarse space ways, and he wouldn't let his daughter love the alien. So, our hero stayed with mates who were at Peterhouse doing architecture and saw Missy on the sly, 'cause love will find a way, no matter where you're from. This being a romance, the spaceman was also piss poor and had to find work as a milkman. Now, manning milk meant a 2 a.m. rise, which was after the gates were bolted by ludicrous caricatures of porters in ridiculous hats and whiskets and the other accessories of pointless tradition. This meant old Spaceface, being an illegal alien as it were, had to be super shifty in the moonlit exit regard, creeping along the shadowy stone corridors in soft-footed silence before vaulting the wall and darting off in the direction of his dairying destination. Over time, these habits were unlikely to escape notice entirely, but as he was never caught and confronted, they merely gave rise to speculation, and, indeed, superstition. The ancient college, it was fearfully rumoured, was being haunted. Now, amusingly enough, the aforementioned father of the spaceman's girlfriend, irritably pacing in his ivory tower, had a particular obsession with the appearance of the so-called ghost, and was given to wondering aloud as to his spectral provenance often. If only, dear listeners, he knew. But you know, and if you search Peterhouse Ghost 1997, you can have it from the BBC, or you can listen to your Uncle Pete.
On the left-hand side of the airplane, you can see an A road and a couple in conversation at dusk. He with his arms folded, she ever so slightly ahead. On our right, also an A road.
I'm just sad, 'cause all you people drive me mad. Tricycle for the dragon of the dragons made to sing.
What is the origin of the Cambridge Blues? It's obviously not blacks. Is it environmental? Is it mental? Is it not nice and natural or from no nurturing? Am I pissed off in Cambridge, or is Cambridge pissing me off? I feel flat and there's no relief.
Duck. A warning.
The feathered herald of disaster, bebeaked portent. Ask Nick. Drake. Search black duck, wiggle in line. The man in locks, straight up, 3 times my neighbour. My personal black shucks style dreaded duck on my tail from the co-op. 198 Mill Road to this estate. Nice guy actually. Posty. Does shifts.
Hello, mate. Yeah, just sign and print, please. Honest John's, is it? Yeah, it's good. Good shot. The ever-present threat of flood, slow poison in my sluggish blood. Dilution is no way to die. Transition is attrition. I buy 1,000 cuts expire, drown for want of somewhere drier, somewhere higher or less flat. Hey student, put that record back. I was here first, 1990. It's not worth anything. Put it down. I'm sad. I was young once.
First position theory of property, i.e. I was here first, and look at me now, and I cannot change.
See you with a girlfriend as you stand in Sally Ann's. You students of the vinyl, hey, get off my bloody land. I might find time to pity you if I wasn't busy being annoyed. You're delicately handling that which should almost be destroyed by artifacts by accident that are worth £1,000. And now I pay attention and I know what I'm about. Be careful what you wish for, son, with that record in your hands. I know everything about you, but I'm not a happy man. My cell is full of vinyl, and I know I'll never leave. You never need to lock it up or throw away the key. The king has all his power, but that power's all he has. You can become a Jesuit when you belong to jazz.
Those are good words today, isn't it?